Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope all is well. Before I get started, I do want to say I apologize. I went for a walk this morning and now I'm sitting because my legs just, child, too much work. Um, but I thought I was gonna make it for my morning walk. Child, I had to sit down for a minute. So you may hear some noise in the background. I'm near a main road. I do apologize. Um, All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. All right, so I had a dream last night. Now, what's interesting, what's really funny to me, right? I could not for the life of me go to sleep. When I got in, I could not, baby, I tried everything. I was trying so hard to close my eyes, y'all, and I could not close my eyes. And it's like eventually I drifted off like about 2 hours later. Still laying down for 2 hours, hoping and praying I could catch some sleep, but it was just really hard for me to go to sleep, and now I know why. On the screen, I asked the Lord to help me understand why I had the dream that I had last night, and I'm going to get into the dream in a little bit, but let's go ahead and read Revelations chapter 10. Now, I want to say this because this is really weird. Um, in my Bible, when because I do something like, I guess you would say bibliomancy, which is probably against what some people believe, but I just believe in simply asking the Lord to guide my hands to where He wants me to flip the pages, and that's where they go. So that's what I did. And I went to Revelations chapter 10. I wanted Revelations anyway. Something in my spirit said Revelations. So, of course, my fingers being near the back of the book, anyways, I just was hoping to get to the book of Revelations. And this is where it led me to. When I open my Bible, the words in my Bible are so different from what you're seeing on the screen. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and look. Um, I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong one. I'm not sure. Um, but this is where we are. The angel and the little scroll. I've never read this before. Not that I can remember. So let's see. Child, I'm so scared. Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. He was robed in a cloud with a rainbow above his head. His face was like the sun, and his legs were like fiery pillars. Child, that's how my legs feel right now. Lord forgive me. He was holding a little scroll which lay open in his hand. He planted his right foot on the sea and the left foot on the land. It reminds me of the I know I'm reading the Bible, but y'all also know I do have a history in tarot, and it reminds me of the Temperance card. So even just from that alone, I feel like God is trying to keep something from getting out of hand here on earth, something major. So let me continue. He gave a loud shout like a roar of a lion. When he shouted, the voices of the seven thunders spoke. And when the seven thunders spoke, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven say, "Seal up what the seven thunders have said and do not write it down." Mm, mm. Ooh. Well, maybe. Ooh. Okay. Continue. Then the angel I had seen standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven, and he swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created the heavens and all that is in them, the earth and all that is in it, and the sea and all that is in it, and said, "There will be no more delay." Ooh, Jesus. Mm. There will be no more delay. Oh my God, this dream, y'all, that I had, I want to tell y'all right now, but I'm going to keep reading. But in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be accomplished, just as he announced to his servants, the prophets. Mm. Then the voice that I had heard from heaven spoke to me once more. Go take the scroll that lies open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land. So I went to the angel and I asked him to give me the little scroll. He said to me, take it and eat it. It will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will be as sweet as honey. Mm, yeah, it will do that. So I took the little scroll from the angel's hand and ate it. It tasted as sweet as honey in my mouth, but when I had eaten it, my stomach turned sour. Then I was told, you must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, languages, and kings. My God. When I tell y'all, oh my goodness, I didn't read that. I didn't read that before what I'm about to tell y'all. I did not read that. I put my hand in my Bible and I turned to a page, and then because I can't, I'm out and about, so I can't really see. I wouldn't be able to read the Bible, so I had to use my phone, and the light from my phone is allowing me to be able to read, of course. I promise y'all I did not read that before recording this video. I just found the scripture and decided that on my walk I was going to go ahead and look at it once, I found a place to sit and just kind of, whew, child, oh my God, so nervous. I want to go further. I really do. I want to go to the next chapter, or let's see. Now, I guess I'm supposed to prophesy, right? Here we go. So, the dream that I had, y'all, and if you're still here with me thus far, thank you. I know I can ramble a little bit, and I'm sorry. I tend to try to explain myself a lot to people for whatever reason. um, I don't know. Maybe it's just something from when I was younger, childhood, always having to explain myself because I was always in trouble. But don't judge me. Um, all right. So the dream that I had, it started off with me seeing a couple in a vehicle, and it was almost like in a movie. Um, like the camera was panned to the back of the truck, and you could see them embracing each other, just kissing each other, but the truck was still in motion. Now I don't know what happened, but something caused an accident, and the truck got out of control, and it just flipped over. It kept flipping until it was down in what looked like a ditch. Um, I'm sorry for the popping. Because I'm a little nervous, y'all, because this dream was really something serious, and I just, to read this, and it's almost like God is telling you, better speak it. A lot of times I give you dreams and you don't want to tell, but you better speak. So that's what I'm doing right now. Um, after reading this, there will be no more delay. Okay. So, um, okay. So after seeing the car flip over, the woman, she managed to get out. I don't know if the man made it or not. I just know that there were two spectators, like as if out of nowhere or something. Like I don't know, but as the woman was getting out, it was a air of sarcasm to them. I don't know. It's so weird. It was almost like they wanted to help her, but low key they were like kind of like happy to see what had just happened. It was so weird. Um, and she was just shook as she was getting out, like hands to her mouth, just kind of trying to figure out what happened, what's going on. And that was the end of that scene, right? Now we go to the next scene of my dream where I saw, for those of you who are traders, if you know a little thing or two about, Forex, um, I might make somebody rich. So listen up. I don't know. But I'm going to take you to where I was led. Let me just real quick. Let me take y'all here. In the dream, I saw the MetaTrader application, the platform. For those of you who know, you know. If you don't, you can look it up and you can see how it looks. Um, there may be images of how it would be displayed as far as the quotes, the price quotes. Um, So I saw that in the dream, like I'm looking at it, and all of a sudden I see a symbol, and it said EXN. I'm like, EXN. Okay, EXN. I know it's not a currency pair because currency pairs, when you're trading, it'll say the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay. And that would be abbreviated. It would be USD slash CAD, like USD, United States dollar, and the Canadian dollar, CAD. So I know I wasn't looking at price quotes for like currency pairs. So something told me look up ticker symbol. Upon waking up this morning, I just put in the ticker symbol EXN. I was like, oh, so there really is an EXN, Exelon Resources Incorporated. And they tend to do, I see silver here. I see metals, of course, but mainly silver. I'm paying attention to silver for whatever reason, mainly silver, right? And I was led to look up right here. The price of silver tends to track the performance of the overall stock market and the economy. During economic expansions, silver prices tend to rise along with GDP and markets, while during recessions, silver prices generally fall as the economy slows. So, after I saw that and I saw the prices on the chart, like it was tweaking, it was like going back and forth, teetering. It didn't know if it wanted to go up or down, up or down, up or down. And then all of a sudden, I see a drop happen. Like all I saw was red, 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 red. So, with that being said, all right, after everything that I just read, even after reading scripture, I will be honest with you guys. I love the Lord. I love God. I love Jesus. I really, truly do love God. I do. I really do. But I still have my ways about me where some people may feel like, well, if you serve God, you shouldn't be doing tarot. But baby, I had to tap into it and I had to look because I believe that even down to something like a knife, for example. Sorry, y'all, give me a second. That big boy coming through here this early in the morning. Y'all probably couldn't hear it anyways. I'm hoping not, but whatever. It's a big old truck. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, some people may feel that I should not be doing tarot and calling myself a woman of God. At the end of the day, just like a knife, depending on who it's in the hands of, if that person has bad intentions, they're going to use that knife in a not so good way. But for those of us who know how to use a knife and know that it's made for cutting food, cutting up, packages or boxes or whatever have you, slicing your meats, whatever have you, we know how to properly use a knife. So, with that being said, God, everything that is in creation, even down to the things that people deem as demonic or whatever have you, um, you know how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder? It's all about the hands of the person and the mindset of that person. And you can use it for good or for bad. So, you know, do with it what you will and judge if you want. I do not care. The day that the Lord tells me to put it to the side, I will absolutely listen. So when I looked into this, I thought it was interesting. Let me kind of first try to decode the dream a little bit. The car spinning out of control, seeing the lovers embrace each other, and then seeing the car flip out of control. I took myself out of this. I took out any of my personal dealings or anything of that nature out of it, and I looked at it from a bigger scale, especially when I seen the MetaTrader app pop up with the ticker symbol and seeing the prices jumping up and down and then a big old drop. So I'm looking at this from a bigger perspective. I feel like the vehicle spinning out of control is the United States, okay? Or maybe the woman in the vehicle represented the United States, right? And the man that she was embracing represents the partnership that America has with another country. But something gets out of control. Something goes wrong. Something happens. And the woman happens to make it out. I don't think the man made it. So it's almost like America barely, makes it out. Barely. Just teetering. Um, so that's how I look at that. And then to see the price fall for something that represents like metals like gold, silver, but mainly silver, because for some reason, even though they deal with different metals, my eyes was set on silver. That's the first thing that I saw, and that's what led me here to look at what you see on your screen before you. I do believe that something is about to get out of hand. I don't know exactly how this is going to happen. I take it back. Yes, I do, because I just told you guys that I looked into it. So I'm going to tell you what I got from that. And that's probably going to be a part two, because this I don't want this to be too long and take too long to upload. So to see the prices falling like that, I think we are about to come into something's going to happen with these two countries falling out. It may really be up to about three. Uh, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Um, it may be up to three or four countries, but seeing the two people that were the spectators and the man that was in the vehicle and then the woman, like maybe three or four countries, right? And America included. Um, whatever happens is it's going to cause a major problem, and our markets are going to crash. We are about to step into a recession. And the speed of the car tells me this is going to happen quickly because they were just embracing each other. I'm looking at them. It looked like a movie scene. I even heard that God-forsaken song in my dream, y'all. That song that everybody's doing a TikTok to now. Nobody done me like you do. Nobody knows the time. I'm like, what in the world? Why is it in my dreams? It's haunting my dreams. So, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it was just a movie scene. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young. Okay, that's what it was really giving. Um, what's up with all these trucks coming through here? What's going on? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted. Forgive me. I told y'all I ramble. Okay. Um, um, I do believe we are about to see it. I don't know when. Actually, I keep saying that, and I try to refrain from giving time frames of when something is going to happen. But bear with me. So the car speeding like that lets me know that it's going to happen in the blink of an eye. Because, like I said, they were just embracing each other. It was a beautiful scene. And then all of a sudden, the car just spins out of control. It gets some way, somehow, he loses control of the vehicle and it flips over and into a ditch. The woman made it out. I don't know what happened to the man. I didn't see him come out after her. So, whatever happened to this man, rest his soul. I mean, that could be something that happened in another reality. I don't know. I believe I'm very open minded. And if that's the case, then that woman just lost the love of her life. And, you know, it's unfortunate if that is another reality that I was witnessing because I have stories about that too, but we're going to save that for another time. We're talking about this dream right now, okay? So, now when I went into it, um, I will give you guys a snippet of what I got from the reading that I did on it. And I can tell you that this recession is a distraction. As crazy as it sounds, also something about 43. So when I looked up 43, I automatically thought about the presidents because they've been referring to the presidents lately as 45 and 46 and stuff like, excuse me, they have names. So when I went to look up the 43rd president, it took me back to George W. Bush. And y'all know what happened in the rumor of just how involved he was with that situation. I'm not going to go too deep into it. So whatever is coming with this recession is going to happen from within. There are going to be calls made to make things happen, and um, it's an inside. Okay, it's an inside. This coming recession is going to be an inside thing. So it's a distraction, though. So, and it's a distraction from a very big deal that they have going on. Something came to my mind too about Brexit. I don't know too much about Brexit, but that came to my mind. Some kind of, I think other countries are forming partnerships. And just when America thinks that they have one up on these countries that they think are so slow and they don't know what's going on and they think they can get over, these countries have already formed an alliance with one another to dominate. So it's almost like it's going to happen one way or another. You're either going to get with it, America, because we have been at your mercy for quite some time now. So now it's time for you to give us what we want. That kind of energy behind it, right? I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, um, it's it's a distraction. And it's funny because they're going to go along with it thinking that they are going to benefit from it. And when I say they, I'm talking about America. Just play it slow motion. You'll hear what I said. They think that they're in on it, but they don't know that they're being used as a pawn to knock down things within their own. Like, it's almost like that scripture in the Bible where it says a woman can tear down her own house with her own hands, you know, or she could build it up, but she also can tear it down too. So it's kind of like that's what America is. I don't say it, child. They're gonna get me. I keep trying to avoid saying certain things because of the algorithm. So forgive me, and I'm a little nervous about this because I've never had a dream like this before. And to see a car crash of all things happening in my dream, and then to see the stock market, another crash after crash. So these things are going to start happening back to back. You don't have to believe me. I'm not trying to be right. I just want to get how does it go? Forewarned is forearmed or something like that. So for those who will listen, um, you know, look, don't be afraid. Another major thing that may happen also that's going to let you know that it is about to go down is there is it could be a man and a woman, but I'm getting mainly like a man, um, or this could be a woman who has very masculine energy. This person will be laid to rest. Um, when it comes to that, according to my reading, when it comes to that, there's trickery behind that. Um, I'll just say that person took a sip and then they were gone. Okay. So whatever was in the sip, that's why I'm just saying. So that is going to have to happen first. I don't know why that would have to happen first. It's almost like this person has to be removed first in order for the rest of the pieces to fall into place. But they have to remove this one obstacle. And when they do that, it's fair game. Okay. I don't know how that looks, how it's going to look. I'm just simply sharing with you guys what I saw in my dream and also what I got from my reading and also from my meditations. Um, when I say I heard something, like when I say I heard Brexit, I'm like doing the reading and I'm hearing these words come out: Brexit, poison, things of that nature. Like I'm hearing that. So it's an intuitive hearing, okay? Not hearing voices, it's an intuitive hearing. And for those of us who know, we know. For those of us who really are tuned in, we know what we're talking about, okay? You just and it's something about commonwealth too. I picked that up as well. Something about the commonwealth. And I said to myself, as if they don't already have enough money, as if they don't already have enough. Like what? But then I saw something in the cards that let me know that it goes from them having more than enough to losing a significant amount of their commonwealth. Like, um, mm. So I don't, or there could even be a loss of someone in the royal, so-called royal. Um, I'm just saying, I don't want to speak that over anyone. Not really trying to scare anyone, or I'm not even trying to give time frames, honestly. And if you guys can't tell, if you've been with me for a minute and you've listened to my readings, I'm not normally like this. Like, I'm so shook by this dream because I know that even though it's not as some people have described rapture dreams and stuff that, the chaos and all the mayhem happening, I know that this is letting me know that there is something that is coming down the pipe and is coming quickly, because that car, from one scene going from being a loving embrace to the car getting out of control and flipping over, I think that says a lot about the time that we are in and how quickly it is approaching, right? So I'm just simply conveying the message. I am considered a messenger, so to speak. I'm a Gemini, and I'm also a life path number 5, which is also equated to Mercury, which is the messenger. So I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm nervous about this. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta use my Beyonce voice for this. I'm very nervous about this. I'm very, very nervous. Girl, I'm nervous. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And, don't be afraid. Just prepare your families for what could possibly come. I had a dream a couple years back of, I can't get too in detail with that because I don't want this to stretch even longer than it already is. But in that dream, I remember witnessing a military, I was about to say agent. I don't know why I was about to say a military personnel. And he was talking to these people on the porch. He was actually yelling at them. And he was saying, "Get in the house right now. It's World War III. What are you doing outside? Get inside right now." And for whatever reason, he didn't bother me, but he was telling everybody else to get inside. And in that same dream, I remember seeing what looked like a stripped police vehicle riding. It's an SUV, and it was riding by with a flatbed attached to it. And as it was riding by, I remember seeing the wind. The wind picked up the covering that was on the flatbed. It was covering something. It was a load. And when the wind picked the covering up, I could see um, like these, I don't want to say makeshift, but very plain Jane, put them in a box type of caskets and ship them out. So there were caskets that were in the back of this load in the same dream after having just witnessed this man yelling at those people. Okay. I don't know what's to come. But one thing that I also picked up in my automatic writing as I was, flipping the cards was there are going to be a lot of casualties. And it's so unfortunate because it's not necessary. But these people are making war. They're doing things behind our backs. They're not letting the people know every move that they are making. Some of those moves are very sneaky. And as a result, we are going to be dealt with the karma of what America has done, unfortunately. All right, you guys, I wish you the best. Stay prayed up, keep your pantries full, and keep your family in prayer, because if you don't have the bread, okay, the scripture I just read talked about eating the scroll. I think that's when you have, when you are being nourished by God and His Word, that can sustain you and your family. So, I don't know any other way to say it. I know I'm building my relationship with God more and more every day. And I love how God speaks to me. And I hope He continues to speak to me and never takes His hands off of me. And I pray He never takes His hands off of you. And until next time, you guys, I wish you the best and good luck on this journey called life. We're going to need a lot. Well, no, we got God, so we don't really need luck now, do we? All right, y'all. Until next time, peace.